Lavante had some very exciting news today. Can you give us a little, just a little background about it and why this is important to Lavante?
Did have some new news today, exciting news. Today we're announcing that Lavante has gone SAS 70 Type 2 compliant. And this is interesting because in many companies you see that they do a SAS 70 compliance. It has to do with their hosting environment, where you outsource your hosting, you co-locate, as it were, at an environment where they are SAS 70. Today we're announcing not only do we do that, we actually are doing our internal development processes are also SAS 70. So not only do we have the external SAS 70 certification, we actually have an internal SAS 70 certification.
So is this a long process that Lavante went through?
It is akin to getting 4 root canals at once. Yes, it's a very long process. What we did at Lavante was we actually identified 27 different internal controls, and we brought in an audit firm to come look at those controls over a 6-month period. Throughout that 6-month period, they look along all the different ways, researching and finding out how we have done against our controls. And yes, it did take a long time.
And this is probably, so why would Lavante do this? What was so important about it?
Well, this going SAS 70 is important for probably a number of different reasons. On the surface, it's important for us, for Lavante. We have a reputation of building and delivering good world-class applications and delivering them to our customers. Out in the marketplace, we do a fair amount of listening. We often call them our listening tours. We send up at trade shows, we get panels together and ask questions. SAS 70 was really a response to one of those questions, or to many of those questions. Many of our clients and or our prospects are looking for ways to increase security, both in terms of data access, but also in terms of process, development process. That is why it's so important to us. We have answered those calls. On the other hand, I think it's important to the industry. Yes, we may be one of the leaders in becoming SAS 70 compliant for our processes, but I do think this is going to usher in a time where all the other providers become SAS 70 Type 2 compliant. It's neat that we are taking a lead position, but I don't think that's so important. I think what the most important part is that this is going to come to our industry now. And I do expect to see, when we're talking to our prospects, I do think that it's going to be a requirement that the different firms be SAS 70 compliant.
What does this really mean to the customer at its core?
The question of what it means to the customers is probably the most important, the pivotal question here. Look, this is all about peace of mind for the customer. Like every time you turn the TV on these days, you see that there's this scandal here, this scandal there, data that's lost, insecure, all sorts of issues, people that are hacking. We want to put our customers' mind at ease. There are many different choices out there in our industry of different providers you can choose. We are trying to differentiate ourselves, and we think we're doing a pretty good job of it, of being both the technology leader, the person that listens to most of the customers, but on top of both of that is being the one that is dependable, that you get that peace of mind. I'll tell you, just the other day we were talking to one of our customers, and they were telling us how, yeah, working with Lavante is great. It's like having a family member in the business there. And that felt great, because it's that peace of mind, that confidence that we really strive for here at Lavante. Our customers are our partners. And I think that's one of the things that this SAS 70 represents to our customers. It's our commitment to that partnership.
Well, it sounds like an exciting process moving forward. And if you could just sort of maybe wrap up and sum up what this means to Lavante.
Moving forward, how it impacts us is a great question. Actually, I'll answer the moving forward question with looking backwards. A couple months ago, we announced that we have a patent application just awarded by the USPTO. This patent application enabled us to do some online web-based recovery auditing, delivery, and actual web-based auditing things. Add to it the SAS 70 certification, and you really have kind of a neat 1-2 punch. You see that we are trying to be forward-looking and building applications that are new, that are dynamic, that are going to change the industry. At the same time, we realize it's important to stick to your knitting, to make sure that development that you do is sound, is quality, and does meet the needs of your customers. Looking forward, we have other applications, patent applications that we have on file. We have other types of applications we're going to bring together. We plan to marry together the different tools and different tool sets that will enable and empower our clientele more and more as time goes on. So yeah, I do think it's a really neat event that's happened along the line.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to hearing more about those in the future episodes. Thank you.
You're welcome.